ready. I was born ready.
Obviously, you're a little, aggravated by the line of questioning regarding Canelo.
I don't want to touch this, dude is so bad. I don't want to touch his name.
I'm working on feeling the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person anymore. And I miss him. But sometimes I feel like a bitch. I don't want that person to come out, because when he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just I hate that I'm scared.
It would be awesome to, be in a great war. Maybe with a Mexican. I have to put the joke.
No. Hey,
thank you.
Perfect play, man. I appreciate
Good
you.
timing.
Can't put predictions, man, but I definitely don't want to leave it to the judges.
Bienvenidos a another Sunday recap section, the En Vivo Long League Boxing Crew with Manny Marrero,
Sean El Gringo Hicks,
Hopper, ripping them boys.
Even though there wasn't a lot of big major fights going on this weekend, we have things to talk about. Anything that we talk about boxing is always great. Got future cards. They're all set and good to go. It was a great August. And we're looking to be an amazing September. I mean, it's things are happening. There's several cards planning, for the month of October and
it's
December.
Gonna be a great fall.
Yep, it's gonna be a good fall. And the Big Belt Championship, it started yesterday.
Friday.
We apologize to our partners who weren't able to be there, but we caught all the action. And I know Gringo was stuck to the phone and to the TV there, and we actually purchased that pay-per-view plan. Hey, you can still do so. Go to the Boxing Showcase. Listen, they're going to be amazing, cause prospects and the Big Belt champion. That's going to be great.
And you get what? You get all the cards for what? $90, Gringo?
Yeah, $89. Yeah. You get all of the entire tournament. So you get they call them stages. So you get every stage. Wow. The first stage was in Austin. Next stage will be in Mesquite. Then they go to Houston, yeah. How could I forget that one? Houston, then it's Laredo, and then it's McAllen for the final.
Fort Worth, too. There's a Fort Worth one in between.
Oh, yeah. Damn, man. I'm cheating myself. Yeah, definitely don't want to cheat.
Is it worth the $90? That's what I'm asking. Is it worth
That's usually one PBC event, $90.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you get 6,
and not only that, you be part of some of the, new prospects up and coming here in Texas. And, I mean, this is a lot of exposure for these guys that are not getting the love, from big promotion companies, or even they're just not making, any fights or anything like that. If you can't fight, you can't make money. But this is great exposure, guys. I look forward to be here at the Mesquite one.
Great way to support the guys as well.
Indeed.
But talk to us, Gringo, about the main event.
All right, so first, going through the card real quick as far as, how the card broke down. So they had 7 fights on there. It was all male fighters, all male fighters.
No females,
no women.
No females, yes.
That, man.
That wasn't my call. All right, so but I will say it was definitely exciting because when you're watching it, you're realizing that hey, this is a tournament. You lose, that's it, and it's only 4 rounds. There's no feeling out rounds. For those that are looking for feeling out rounds and a chess match, this isn't it, man. These guys are going for it, right off the bat. So the first fight, and it definitely disappoint. You had DeVale Smith. He got the spectacular knockout over Texas Ricky Evans. It was a middleweight fight at 160.
That was 160 pounds.
Yeah, 160 fight. 60 pounds.
He's headed to the semifinals.
Yeah, headed to the semifinals. So in a spectacular fashion, both fighters were making their pro debut. Props to them, and it definitely showed. Not from the standpoint.
That could be a guy for Aguero. That could be a guy for Aguero.
It's going to have to be. It's going to have to be.
Wow.
All right. So the next fight on there, which I was surprised it came right out the gate with it, was a heavyweight fight, and it had
Vercel Webster
versus Denaro Minor, and it was a great fight. They had it one-sided going for
Minor.
For Minor.
40-36.
I didn't really see it. I didn't really see it that way.
Little controversy?
No, he definitely won.
Already?
I gave Webster at least a round. I mean,
Oh,
I like I
generous
like
gringo.
Yeah, the thing about it though is, I think he gave rounds away. Like he was kind of sticking in the corner, putting his guard up, and he wasn't throwing enough to really win rounds. He had good moments, and that's the thing. Like I thought he had the advantage as far as power, and he was definitely had a good 1-2 combination. He seemed like the better boxer, which was frustrating because he never let hands go. Also shout out to his corner. He's at a Reyes gym, Coach Vincent.
Oh, nice.
His corner man. So shout out to him on that. That was definitely good. And then the guy we were excited to see there, our man One Punch, Malik
Calhoun.
Hey, listen, that 160 is going to be really, really interesting, man. I think
it'll be a banger.
One of the divisions where we're going to be so excited, and then the finale on that. I mean, you got Guido, you got One Punch. We can't really take away from his talent and what he's able to showcase inside of the ring. How was that?
That was outstanding. The thing was respect to One Punch's opponent. In Herrera, Alex, he went by Alejandro. He was making his pro debut. Man, your pro debut, you don't want to be going against One Punch. And Herrera, he was 5'8". He was trying to move. And then you could see he was kind of a banger. Like he wasn't really a slick fighter. So, man, that was not a good matchup for him, man. Like so
8 seconds in the second round was said not a good matchup. Was it nothing like even close?
No. I mean, it was entertaining. Like if you want to see people get hurt, this is for you. But I'm saying like for Herrera, it was bad for him.
Yeah. Imagine
Herrera got hurt. Herrera a lot. So the reason why I went to the 8 seconds to the second round is because he was hurt. I'd say halfway through the first. I mean, One Punch. What I really like, and I'll go ahead and give a shout out to Coach Ray over there at FHG. One Punch is already a scary cat, right? He's 6'2", lean, got that long reach. But he started working the body. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know about you, but that makes me sad. And but it was a sad day for him. Props to him and FHG. Definitely a great performance. I'll go ahead and say this next fight, the fourth fight on the deck, was my favorite. Most impressive fighter. Now, Hector Coronado
Jr. That fight wasn't part of the tournament. The Hector Coronado Jr. one.
Is that with Daniel Wright? I think it's Daniel Wright.
Yeah, with Daniel Wright. That's away from the tournament. That's just a standalone fight that they had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right, cool.
It was more like it was a showcase for Hector Coronado on the boxing showcase.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I was definitely impressed with him. So that was cool. So he went ahead. He got the victory. The guy he was fighting, his opponent, Daniel Wright, had a huge advantage. I think he's like 6'2". And, Hector Coronado Jr., 5'11". So, it seemed like he was kind of bidding his time. But in the second round, he reached with a real vicious overhand right, perfectly timed. And, he just tucked. He knocked Daniel Wright out the ring. So
eliminated.
Royal
Rumble style.
Yeah, finish him. Finish him style.
Shout out to K-Rod. Appreciate
K-Rod.
Yeah, definitely.
K-Rod.
All right, so another good fight on deck, and this I believe was a part of the tournament was Nacho Perez. He got his first victory.
Atanasio Perez.
Ignacio. All right.
Yeah.
So he also took a local. They were both out of Austin. It was a lightweight fight at 135. Of course,
Nathaniel Bonner.
Yeah, that was a tough fight though. Like it was real close.
One judge scored a draw. One judge had it 38-38.
Yeah, one had it 38-38, and I could actually see that. Honestly, I felt like in the beginning, I thought that Nacho imposed his will and kind of wore down Bonner because Bonner came in with a lot, real jerky, real slick in and out, and he had real good accuracy, but he just couldn't keep it up. That's the thing. Like they have all this adrenaline going, man, and like you think, it's just 4 rounds, but you got to put it out there. There's nothing to save, and that was a co-main event.
Yeah.
So then for the final, the main event.
Well, before
you have
that,
another-
there was another fight, Gringo. There's another fight that unfortunately, for Luis Angel Fernandez, he was not able to make the weight against Brandon Despain. And so
Oh yeah.
The featherweight,
that's the local guy from Austin. So a lot of people were waiting to see this prospect coming up and seeing what he can do in this.
No,
tournament.
they had the fight, dude.
They had the fight. Yeah, it ended in
they
a draw.
had the fight. No, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like the
It
fight
was a
was
draw.
actually I was gonna say that the fight was called a draw. It wasn't a draw, man. Disdain, and I used to because I remember Coach Vince said that his name was B-Hop or B something like that. But he changed his name to D-Style. No, why not? So he was making his pro debut, and I thought he controlled the fight. I thought he had cut the ring off. He dictated the action. He pressured.
But is he out of the tournament or he's still in it? Because
No. See, that's the thing because. Which I like that they did that. So his opponent, Fernandez, he didn't make weight, but they still had the fight. But by not making weight, he automatically got eliminated from the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Disdain won the fight. So shout out again to Coach
Spain.
Coach Reyes, and another win for Reyes and Fort Worth. So good job there. So yeah, thanks before I jumped out of that. And real quick, the main event,
light heavyweight division.
Light heavyweight, man, this is going to be a real tough division, man, because you have some superstar athletes in there. But the guy I was really excited to see, and so I think they're both out of Austin actually.
Yeah.
So you have
Nosa
Divine.
Nosa Divine.
Right.
He got it.
From Nigeria originally.
Yeah. So he beat DeQuint Hill. The thing about it is I know Hill was frustrated at the end because he had a real good his last round was great. But he, it just wasn't enough. So they obviously you gotta win all.
It's only 4 rounds, so you gotta bring it right away.
You gotta bring it. It almost seemed like
that's why
Hill's kind of warming up, which man, you can't be warming up a tournament like this, man.
4 rounds, you gotta bring it. That's what I liked about the when the Olympics just passed by. Yeah. Oh, we won that fight, Coach Reyes.
Speaking of the man right there,
we won that fight.
Hometown decision. Yeah. Hey, Coach, you did win that fight. No, straight up. So there was no draw there. So anybody listening, we're not just saying that you had your guys ready. So good job there, and we can't wait to see you the next stage of the tournament, man. Big props. That was awesome that you had 2 fighters there. Great job.
That's pretty cool. That's an accomplishment in its own, and
big time.
Absolutely. So what I'll say is the telecast was really good. My Spanish isn't very good, but there was enough English in there where obviously I could follow. So when the announcer is going to announce the fighters, that part is in English, but the actual commentary. It was completely, and not just any Espanol, like very, very fast.
Very fast.
Spanish.
And then they're like, going real fast and they're switching it up and they're, oh man. So you had Felipe Bravo and Mario Perez. So Lopez, I'm sorry. So props to them. They did a very good job. And it was really entertaining. And I definitely encourage you guys. Here's the thing, if you don't have an opportunity and you can't go there in person, the broadcast was really great, high quality.
$90, man. You get all the shows.
It's definitely worth it.
Yep. So Sean, you were. What is your your opinion about what you just saw, and also what do you think will be the division to watch in this tournament? I mean, I know it's the first day. We kind of see a glimpse of some of the guys that do have big opportunities to make it to the final. Which one do you think will make an impact within what we saw last night, and what division you think at the end will be the one that people would want to see?
160.
160.
Yeah. The athleticism that I saw at 160. I mean, even the guy that lost, that got knocked out, and he got knocked out viciously. He was no joke either. Shout out to Coach Vince. He's saying that we had just met the heavyweight 2 hours before the fight. Damn, Coach. I see you putting in that work. That's impressive. I would have no idea because, he was listening to what you were saying. That's that imposing will you got, Coach. I see you out there. So I would say, 160 for sure. I was really impressed with. I mean, I'm not just saying it. Disdain. I thought he was really good. I liked his in and out movement, and I know that Fernandez had maybe a frustrating style, but Disdain is like real entertaining. So if you're saying like which one am I most excited for, would be one
who to watch? Yeah, who to keep an eye
who to
on?
watch for? I would say that as far as I could see. Well, obviously, we're big supporters of El Güero for sure. But man, that Nosa kid is no joke, man. He's like carved out of rock, and he's got crazy power. That's the thing about it is he would just his body shots just wore down his opponent.
Huh.
And 160, 126 is easily the ones I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to all of it. So I can't wait to see what's next. It's going to be great.
Well,
Nice.
October 1st, that's the next part of it. The second leg of the
Here in
Big Dog
Mesquite?
Championship. We got some locals here. We got Aguero coming in. We got Isasi also going to be jumping on board and
Big
fighting.
band in the house, the Hill,
The Snake.
right?
Mesquite here, guys. Local here.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, let us know. We'll guide you to the right people to get you some tickets. It's worth it. Just a night out, seeing some local talent. And trust me, the excitement that the Showcase Boxing's putting through these cards and all the future cards that are coming, I'm pretty excited to be part of that. So, apologize we weren't able to be there, but we're gonna get it going. We're gonna get the grill, Jack. And that Houston one, against Marco Antonio Barrera and Jose Luis Castillo, that is something that, hey, listen, just take that trip down there, man. I mean, it's a good outing. It's good sports. Good, hey, listen, it's going to be better than Holyfield, that exhibition kind of thing that people pay a lot of money in pay-per-view. I think we're going to see a great Marco Antonio Barrera with, see the flashes of Jose Luis Castillo. So this is going to be a memory for the ages.
It says here that the October 8th, the third stage is going to be in Oklahoma now.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, the October 8th, the third stage of the Big Belt Championship, Oklahoma. And the 4th, October 15th, it's going to be in Amarillo.
Wow.
That's according to their website.
All right. So, appreciate those updates. So we'll definitely follow up on that.
The semifinal, October 29th in Austin, back in Austin. So it looks like they took the Houston one off and the Fort Worth one.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah.
When was that updated?
I'm not too sure, but going off the website that they have right now, it looks like the finals in McAllen, the semifinal second, November 5th, will be in Laredo. The first semifinal, October 29th, back in Austin. So
October 22nd, Mexico.
You see that? That's something else. That's the Código Rosa. That's a world title. That's not the Big Belt Championship.
Austin. So they're going back to the semifinal in Austin.
In Austin, yeah.
And then in November, the semifinal 2 will be Laredo. And then the grand final will be McAllen, Texas, December 17th.
That's unfortunate. They took the Houston win. Gringo moved to Houston just for that.
I think I pissed them. Oh, you know what? But hey, all jokes aside, it might have something to do with the flood. Because like we were talking about I know that, and shout out to El Tigre Promotions. I know they had to cancel their pay-per-view
production because of the
flooding, the impact of the floods.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, the storm. So it could be because of that. Which
a good trip to the Valley, McAllen for the finale. I mean, wow.
Man, I heard some Laredo got some hotties, man. That's what I heard. Though.
I'm sorry, sir. Married. Happily
my
married.
bad. I mean. They got some hot plates. They got some hot weather.
No comment.
Good job, sir. Well done.
Trying to get me in trouble, Gringo?
No.
On my wife's birthday, bro?
No, not at all. Hey, shout out to your wife, by the way. Happy birthday to her.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Love you. Don't listen to Gringo.
Yeah. There's no, I don't even know what her.
Hey, listen, 2 single and a married. That's fine. You can listen to us.
There you go. All right, so let's keep it going. Talking about things that are changing in schedules. What about the schedule that can't? Man, boxing brought it. I was crying the other day. I was in a deep boxing depression as always, and I'm like, when is this? When are these fights actually going to get made? When are my dreams going to come true? And it happened. I've been talking mad crap about this guy. I've been still hating a little bit.
Can we say his name now or no?
No, we can say his name, right? So they went from, I mean, literally, this was the past. It went from the fight was going to happen. It's not going to happen. They had a purse bid. They pushed the purse bid back. Then they brought the purse bid. And then the next day, they decided to cancel the purse bid. Then they announced the fight. What the hell? And the fight I'm talking about is Terrence Crawford Sean Porter.
Sean Porter.
What do you guys think?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, I think you're kind of burying the lead because that's when, November 20th? Yeah, November 20th. But we've got a lot of fights before then.
Oh, no. But I'm saying but which one got announced first, not which going to happen.
Oh, okay,
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'm up for it. Terrence Crawford, he's a higher rated fighter, but Sean Porter's going to give him all he could handle. Sean Porter's a proven 147 commodity. He's given great fights to, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hot take, Sean Porter has a Hall of Fame resume already. Compared to, I guess I would say Manny Pacquiao, maybe Canelo, active fighters whose resumes stand out a little more. Now, Sean Porter's right there with these guys. Sean Porter has fought the best of the best. He's taken some losses. He's got I love me some Sean Porter, man. And he's gonna give Terrence Crawford. If Terrence Crawford handles him, I don't think he's gonna handle him easily. But if he convincingly wins, then man, this is gonna catapult Terrence Crawford straight to the top of the pound-for-pound rankings, maybe.
No, absolutely. One thing I want to say real quick, and shout out to them, the ACP. I was listening to them and G Funky. He made a comment that, you know how sometimes you hear things and you're like, wow, I don't know if I agree with that. But then you start letting it kind of marinate. And he said, this is the best. No, I think it was Joe Habib said that. But either way, respect to them. They said, one of them, this is the best fight that can be made at 147 right now, since you take EJ out the mix. And obviously, you know, Pacquiao now he's going for presidency. And, you know, I guess
that's fair.
Would you say that's the best?
Your boy, one time, no time.
I think so right now.
Anytime.
I mean, 147's always been one of the best divisions in boxing. And, you know, at one time it got kind of paralyzed and then it kind of got back again. Right now, Errol Spence, we don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know what happened, man.
We know for a fact he's the guy that needs to be in the mix. And then secondly is, like you just mentioned, we've been talking about Terrence Crawford forever, and we criticize him a lot because we don't see him fighting. Whether it's he don't want to fight anyone that wants to fight him or vice versa, we don't know yet. But I think right now we also talked about Sean Porter. It doesn't matter how many losses you got in your resume, but you're absolutely right. He's the guy that, you know, you want to be, you want to really get a fight with him, you know. And he not even Errol Spence at his peak. That's before Errol Spence accident. He fought Sean Porter. You were there, Hopper. And
yes,
although he did touch the canvas, I think in round 8,
11th,
was not able to knock him out at all. And then you look at when he came back against Fumela, different style of the boxer, better stance, working his jab, not throwing those crazy, punches that he used to be doing. If he controls himself like that, and he's able, and he looks pretty sharp, he looks pretty strong. I think it's going to be a great fight. I can't even call right now who am I rooting for right now because I got to really see.
Yeah, I'm
not it'll be difficult to have a prediction right now. But my goodness, yes, we got to hype this fight. We got to take advantage of these fights that are being made. And you know what? We got it going on. Why not? And I can't wait to see the undercard too as well. I think they're going to have some pretty good stuff in there.
Hey, Gringo, should we talk about my idea that I had for that fight? Or for the undercard,
absolutely, man.
For the undercard, since we're having a Top Rank versus PBC main event, right?
Oh yeah.
We have Terrence Crawford with Top Rank, Sean Porter with the PBC. Why not have a little Top Rank versus PBC undercard? Boom! Prospect versus prospect, some stuff like that. Xander, who's fighting Xander? Our boy Pantera, Omar Juarez. Oh, Xander mops the floor with him.
Oh wow! Well,
man,
I'm
all for that. I'm all for that.
That'd be great, man. That'd be a good sell a good treat for all the hardcore fans to have a little Top Rank versus PBC.
And keep in mind, remember he said that he was going to fight at least 2 more times throughout he said 3, but I realistically I think 2, and he's probably going to fight at the end of the year. So that really could be at least maybe put him in there, maybe not with Juarez, but someone else. That can it's a step up from his last fight. Remember, it's going to be his second fight at 154, so you got to be cautious with the kid.
That's right. He's already
went through a lot. He went through a lot in the previous fight, and is he going to fight? Maybe on that card. Hey, remember, Edgar Berlanga also fights. throughout this year as well. So you got to think about that as well. I think it's about to fight Marcelo Esteban Caceres. That's going to be October 9th. And then after that, he said he might fight again. And that should be sometime in December. So we got Top Ranks, building in October 9th. And then after that, so who knows, maybe in December could be somewhere around the line in Madison Square Garden, because they're trying to build up something big for Puerto Rico, Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that'd be great. And, now that I think about it, for a lot of the bad blood that supposedly the PBC and Top Rank had, Bob Arum, they seem to be working a lot lately. Well, with the Tyson Fury Wilder, that one kind of had to happen, and then this one, and then there's another fight that I'm trying to blank on. I want to say it's one of the light heavyweights. The purse bid they just postponed. Oh, Beterbiev and Marcus Brown. Beterbiev and Marcus Brown. The WBC granted an extension. That's another Top Rank and PBC deal. So but the fights can't get made, which goes back to something that we always say: if the fighters want the fights, they'll get made. So.
You got to think about something, Hopper, is, Top Rank has a lot more exposure than PBC. Although PBC is throwing in a lot of pay-per-views, we haven't seen a pay-per-view in Top Rank. Top Rank's been more successful, even though with PBC not really making the numbers they expected to make in these, in these pay-per-views. What are you going to do if you're not meeting those expectations? You're going to partner with someone that has that exposure, the ESPN Plus worldwide. Top Rank has a lot. And if you look at their preview, every time they have a show going on, they're showcasing all their amazing boxers they have, prospect champions. I mean, Top Rank right now is
not just that, but
behind it, regardless of people really criticize Bob Arum. He says he's too old. Listen, you got people working around him because they know for a fact he's got the most talented pool of boxers nowadays.
And he has that ESPN with him too.
Yep.
Because think about it, you can promote a fight on Monday night or Monday Night Football. That's mad eyeballs right there to the demographic that you want to try to get. So, but I digress though, man. Looking something that I said, with that fight, Terence Crawford and Sean Porter is November 20th. But you take a look at the boxing schedule. Until then, next week, Joshua Usyk. That's the September 25th. You have the following Saturday, Chris Eubank Jr. He fights. Then October 4th, Teofimo Cambosos. October 9th, Fury Wilder. October 15th, Vaquero Navarrete versus Joel Gonzalez. The 16th,
October 16th,
Mikey Garcia.
Mikey Garcia's back.
October 23rd, Jamel Herring versus Shakur Stevenson. November 6th, Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant. November 13th, David Benavidez. My goodness, fellas. We're going to be doing a lot of talking, a lot of Sunday recaps in these next few.
Definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
That's a mad schedule what I just read off, bro. I didn't make that up.
I'm like, okay, wow.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's the thing. Like, I like the fact that it's confirmed. A lot of it, before was speculative. I hope these fights happen.
No COVID.
We don't want any of these fights.
And speaking of COVID,
this is going to bring a positive aftermath. For future fights coming up in 2022. And I know a lot of people are expecting that, but, all those fights that you mentioned right now, I mean, they have a lot in stake. And, what's going to come afterwards, even Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson, what's going to come after? It's going to be Oscar Valdez. It's going to be.
I can't wait to see that one.
Tyson Fury and Wilder. What's going to come afterwards? Anthony Joshua. Yeah. If he's able to be Usyk. I mean, it's a good fight that's going to continue, man. I'm excited.
Well, let's kind of talk about that real quick. Since so many things were confirmed and made, because another fight that quietly, I think is pretty interesting. At first, I was like, who really cares? I mean, it's way in December, but Parker Chisora, that guy.
The rematch?
Yeah, the rematch. That's not a bad fight, man.
Dylan White.
And then we
Dylan White versus Otto Wallen.
Dylan White. And then check this out, though. After the Crawford-Porter fight, the following week, there was a fight that I really wanted to watch, and I was so disappointed that it got postponed. The Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa.
Right.
That's November 27th. That's going to be a banger. I can't wait for that one. And then you have the great Josh Taylor, December 18th versus Jack Catterall, unified undisputed champion. Just fighting is mandatory.
I'm pretty excited.
I just got goosebumps,
I'm excited about one fight that was actually thrown out there, and this is going to be a Wilder Fury card, and that is the return of the Puerto Rican contender, no longer prospect. That is Orlando Capo Gonzalez. Man, what a big test.
Who's he fighting?
You guys heard about the
Ramirez,
news.
right?
When you heard about the news, Capo Gonzalez, and this will continue to, solidify who's actually the best 126 pounder. But when you heard against gold medalist Robeisy Ramirez, Cuba versus Puerto Rico, I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
Who you got, Manny? Who do you got in that fight?
Who you rooting for?
I mean, I want you guys' perspective first, and then I'll
Hey, Hopper, I'll let you have it because I know you got to get off real quick. So
yeah, thank you. I'm excited for that. Capo is my favorite Puerto Rican prospect. He is definitely my favorite, but this is they're not matching him easy. This is about as tough as it can get for both guys. Robeisy already has a loss, and he lost in his pro debut.
That's pro debut. And that's a while ago.
That's his pro debut for sure, but still, he has that L on his record. And Capo, man, honestly, guys, I can't. I'm gonna call. I don't know. I'm gonna call it. I don't know which way to lean because I know how talented Capo is, and I know the pedigree that Robeisy is gonna bring. I just can't wait. I can't wait to watch it.
Putting you on the spot right now, right? Because we know Capo's your favorite. Is Capo talented enough to win the fight? Point blank.
Yes. My heart says Capo, but my brain's like, hold on, Hopper, hold on. These guys, the other guy's pretty good too. So
really good.
I have it 50-50 right now. I mean,
right now
it's just whoever shows up, imposes his game plan, listens to their corner, sticks to the script. That's who's gonna win the fight. You have an off night, one bad round. You can lose this fight. It's so close in my opinion.
Yeah,
these two guys are so talented.
Yeah,
it's I'm excited for it. I can't.
Yeah,
wait.
man, it's great stuff. So yeah, thanks so much for joining us. I know you're not 100%, but much love to you, your family, and your happy birthday to your wife.
Happy birthday to my wife.
Hey, man, y'all have a great time.
Yeah. Thank
really
you. Appreciate it. These
brother.
allergies are no joke, bro. These allergies I need to get them under control.
All right, Poppy.
All right, guys.
Cool, brother.
Yeah, Gringo. No, just to touch base on your question. I mean, this is why with you with Top Ranks, this is why you take your career and your business and you let someone this caliber handle it and manage it. And I think that they know that this is the opportunity to get them to that different level. We've seen a lot of boxers that they can't get matches going on. They can't get good opponents. They can't continue to increase. And then, right now, 17-0, I believe Capo right now, he after that Tony Lopez fight, which I really do agree with you. I mean, he's got great skills. He has hired the right people behind him doing the business. Not only that, he's hired nutritionists, the best, works with the Olympic, lady that does the, a lot of stuff when it comes to nutrition and things like that. So you're taking your career to the next level, and now it's time to showcase that. He took a little bit of way off to build himself. He looks stronger. And I think right now it's going to be I have it 50-50 right now, but I am pretty excited to see that these fights are being made at the right time. Robeisy's got a chance to redeem himself, with that first loss. A lot of people didn't see much of him after he, became a gold medalist. But then he has proven himself. He has showed that he's got the power. He's also got the knowledge. Still a little bit immature. Remember, this is his 8th fight right now for Robeisy, and you're going into a guy that's got a lot more experience. Even this is going to be his second. Also, Puerto Rican is going to be fighting. Remember, he fought Felix Caraballo back in September 2020. Even Felix took him to the distance at 8th round. And so, there's still areas in where I think Capo can really take advantage of his inexperience and, even take him to the distance and actually, making at least a unanimous decision for this particular time. I don't see a knockout in this fight, but I do see that the winner will most likely be either split decision or unanimous decision. And that could be Capo. I mean, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope it is Capo, man. I mean, like I said, we view ourselves, let's be honest, as elevated fan group. So not fanboys. I mean, we try to be as unbiased. If they're better, they're better. If they're not as good, they're not as good. But with a situation like this, when you know the person, you've had conversation with them, and like in the case of Manny, you've taken pictures with them and hung out. Capo. But no, all jokes aside, is man, this will be huge for Capo, man. I really hope he can pull it off.
And
I
a
really
lot of
love
people are talking that the caliber of that he shouldn't be talked about the top 126 in Puerto Rico. Listen, the caliber of the boxing of the opponents he's had for at least the last 7 fights, they've been, people with experience, right? And there's no thing to deny the fact that, what a performance against Antonio Lopez. That's probably one of the most experienced ones. Besides Aldemar Silva, which he really handled, back in 2019. But anything after that, if you see his progress and the way, and you and I, when you started watching Capo, you were like, Capo needs Capo that, but that's the difference maker right now. His cousin Moncho Lebron will also be fighting coming up soon as well, which is also another good, family complement. People in the island are liking this new generation. They're wanting to be part of that sparring, moving around, and they just need to take their game into the next level. And I think this is the chance. I think this is where he's probably gonna, eventually get into the top 15, possibly at the 126. It is a division that is a difficult one right now, packed with a tremendous talent. But you know what? We know right now, the champion, that is Emmanuel Navarrete. He'll be fighting Joed Gonzalez coming up shortly. My brother Hopper mentioned it before he left. And listen, after that, we don't know if there's going to be a unification or not. If there is a unification with someone else at the 126, and then Navarrete decides to go elsewhere, that opens up the path to any of these top, not only Puerto Rican boxers, but top prospect at the 126-pound. And there are a lot of them, Grinding. When you look at them, when you look at the chances these guys have at the featherweight division, I mean, you even got Ray Vargas. You even got Michael Collins still there, but you got Mark Masayo in there. You also have Brian Cherry Chevalier, which, by the way, I hear he will be coming back November or December. It's going to be something in his town. I'm hoping I can go if that gets made. But, there's a lot of talent going on. And not to take away from from former champions, Isaac Dogby, that he's kind of rejuvenated his career. Satoshi Shimizu also as well. I mean, it is a stacked division in where we'll see, man.
Absolutely, man. And that's the thing, we'll see. So, I know that there's a lot of fights that are on the horizon. We're excited for them. And, Hopper said it best. It's one thing to have these guys, these younger fighters out there, but when they're matched up tough like this, I mean, I get more excited for that than the main event in some cases, So it's really looking forward to being a fun, exciting fall. We can't wait to bring it to you guys. We're going to be meeting again every Sunday, and we're also going to be having some podcasts. We're going to be dropping later on this Friday. We're excited about that. Some
I want to hear before you move out. I want to hear your opinion about a boxer that it's not been stable enough in the boxing world. We know for a fact he's a promoter. He's got some very talented pool, but boxers. But he's also a boxer himself, and he's actually coming back after all the noise going on around that he was going to fight Pacquiao, he's going to fight Crawford. And I'm talking about the one and only Mikey Garcia coming back October 16th against El Español Martin. What are your thoughts about Garcia? Do you think that Garcia may be wanting to get more serious about the sport? Because, there's a lot of rumors about that. He's not really into it. He doesn't know where he want to be. And then all of a sudden he lays off for a couple of months. And then he kind of comes back and gets that excitement to his fans. And all of a sudden he drops us out because there's nothing finalized in terms of getting to that next level, besides, losing against Errol Spence.
Yeah, so for me, anytime Mikey Garcia fights, I don't apologize for it. I'm a fan of him. I liked him. I loved him. Hell, he was fighting at the lower weight classes, and regarding whether he has the fire or not, when you get to the level he's at, he's going to look for the ultimate challenge, and he wants the bigger fights, and he wants to, get the ultimate challenge. So I'm glad he's coming back. I know there's also talk about using this fight as a platform or stepping stone to an even bigger fight.
Do you give any chances to Sandor? Sandor is a very experienced guy. He's not in his peak. He's probably almost the end of his career. He's got 38 wins, 2 losses, and not a lot of punching power, only 13 knockouts out of those 38 wins. But is there a legitimate chance for Sandor to make, some kind of impact, or like you said, is this just another step to get Mikey Garcia ready for another big showdown? Not saying championship level, but another big showdown for Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, and with all due respect to Sandor, I think it's another step within his path and journey for Mikey Garcia to eventually get a title. I don't really see a true threat. There's, like you said to yourself, there's not enough power there. I don't think he has enough. At this point in his career, I don't think he has enough skill or athleticism. I think Mikey Garcia is clearly the more skilled guy. I don't think he brings any true threat to Mikey Garcia at this stage of his career. So I think it could be competitive, but I don't see him beating Mikey Garcia, not at this point. But I'm gonna look more into it. Maybe there's something overlooking. I never want to shortchange a fighter. They're all have intangibles, and they're all warriors. That's one thing you can never underestimate. So yeah, Mikey Garcia is back.
I'm excited about that card too, and the reason I bring it up, it's good to see Mikey Garcia back. Everyone that's a fan, we've been fans since even Juanma Lopez fought him right years ago. But that card's very interesting. They stacked up the undercard, the co-main event, and the one previous to that with two championship matches, right? And one of them that I want to bring the attention to, I'm pretty excited. Anytime we get a Puerto Rican for an opportunity to get a world title, I get excited. We need more of that. And none other than, Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez will be fighting Elwin Soto. I know Elwin Soto is a different kind of animal. He's the current champion. He's fought pretty much, everyone in that division. He won against Angel Tito Acosta, and that was back in 2019. Great performance, 12 round. That was a huge knockout for him. And then after that, he just kept on getting better and better and better. It seems like Bomba Gonzalez will be the second Puerto Rican that will be fighting Elwin Soto. So, Bomba has a great opportunity. He looks great. He's training very hard. He earned the right to be there at the at the number one challenger when he beat Saul Juarez. And that was the 10th round. I was hoping we did knock him out, but that was unanimous decision against Juan Suarez. But I'm excited, man. What can I expect from that fight? We need Bomba to control himself. We can't have him trying to get desperate at the beginning. You need to be smart with your punches. You can't get into exchanging a lot. You need to move the ring around because Elwin Soto will be behind you in every corner. He's going to corner you, and he's going to kill you with those power punches up and down. So, I just want to bring it on, man. Excited. We have an opportunity to, who knows, to have another world title in the list, and we fell over and over. So I always look forward to some of these things.
Yeah, and it's not going to be an easy road, as you said. I mean, that's a tough matchup. Another one where, you definitely don't want to get in exchanges at all. You don't want to allow yourself to get up against the road. You have to be tactical and fight within the ring, and you use your boxing IQ and really box them. Stay on your toes, fight off your back foot. But, yeah, getting in exchanges would not be ideal. But, no, again, that's another exciting fight. And, again, more exciting, another exciting week coming up, a big week. We're excited about that. And so as we have our, we actually have our preview show already out there. You can download it and check it out on, all the podcast platforms. Also on our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And make sure you guys support your local gyms, local fighters. Big shout out to our show supporter, Esmeralda Ferraro, photographer de la gente, and Tommy, big supporter, Tommy. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. Also Hard Barbecue.
Michael Colon, La Resiliencia. I know you're sending some. Michael Colon, La Resiliencia, we appreciate it. I knew you're sending some of your merchandise. We can't wait to get it. If you guys are interested in the amazing, shirts, hats, and things of that, you can go to his, Facebook page, La Resiliencia, Michael Colon. As a matter of fact, he's supposed to be fighting on that Houston card, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll touch base a little bit more so you can tell us what are the changes, what are the plans. Maybe we're going to have him one of these days in the recap, coming up shortly, and give us his perspective as a boxer, right? Coming in from kind of / retirement and participate, in this big tournament. So that's going to be pretty good too as well. Shout out to everyone who continues to, text us and, follow up on what we're doing, man. We appreciate you guys. We're going to be dropping more podcasts like my friend Sean mentioned. We're slowly but surely getting to the 100, and we're hoping that we can, bring the 100 podcast with a boom. It's been a lot of work, but hey, we are still standing. The Spit Bucket, thank you so much for your support as well, JJ Solomon, and of course, Corey, the 214 in the house, bro. Always with that BS. We love you, brother. I thank you for your support, and your encouraging words means a lot to us.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and close it out, man. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And as always, we'll be talking soon. Have a good one. We're out.